is to have family guidelines. Can we say together? Have family guidelines. See, when our children were younger, it wasn't written anywhere, but we had a bedtime routine. At about 8:30, the house shuts down, especially for children. It amazes me when I visit people and their young children are running up and down till 11 p.m. You started your day with these children at around 6 a.m. and then they have engaged you the whole day till 11. It drains us as couples, and if we're not careful, it can take love out of our marriage. Because the truth is, these children will leave one day. In fact, happily so. Have you seen a young girl getting married before? How they would wave at the parents like, see you for now, bye-bye for now, sorry. So it's important that we have family guidelines. This is when you mess up a place, even for toddlers, you clean up the place. When it's time to go to bed, you go to bed. See what we did, and I was explaining to somebody at Young Months. When our children were babies, they had their own room. We were fortunate to live in a sizable apartment. So they would be in their cots, then we would leave the room door open. So if they cry at night, I could hear on time and stand up and go and check what was the problem. And when I'm going to check the baby is crying, I don't run there like most mothers do. I read it in a book. I tiptoe to the place as if nothing has happened. Because if you keep running there, then my baby, anytime your child wants to call you, what does the child do? What does the child do? They start crying because they know that that's your trigger. So I go there quietly and I pick the baby. So I said this to somebody who just had a baby at 35 sitting. She said, you put a baby by herself in a room inside the cot? I said, yes, what's going to happen? In the night when we were sleeping anyway, was I awake watching the baby? No. The baby will be in the cot. So now, the baby is just next door. I can easily go there. It is amazing that people keep babies between them on the same bed. And the baby is 2 years old. You keep your baby between the two of you at night on your bed, and the baby is 2 years old. It's a romance stealer for marriages. One of my friends even told me, as at the time their son was about 10, he won't leave their room. He must sleep with them on their bed. And when one day her husband said, no, he's going to go to his room today, so they took him to his room. In the night, he woke up, he found himself in his room. He got up and came knocking on their door. And when they wouldn't open, he was yelling throughout the night. And when they still won't open the door, he slept by their door. Like, you people, you can't send me away from your room. See, especially for young couples, let's start it early. Let children know that they're not the one in charge here. It's not everybody who would have the mind to put their baby in a separate room, but let there be guidelines. Let children know that they don't run things around here, that parents are still in charge. Okay, so I said that we should have a bedtime routine. One of the things we also do is this. When we go out with our children, even now they know, when we get to the house, they go indoors, they go to the house, then we stay in the car a bit and just connect and just talk. Because if you come in with them immediately, the TV is on, somebody is needing something, somebody comes out of the kitchen and says, mommy, we need, and then you enter into the routine again. So we stay in the car for like 30 minutes. And, one of them might even come and say, come and knock the glass, the screen, and say, what are you people still doing there? Can't we sit in the car and talk? And then they would go away. And then over time, they realize that these people, once we come, don't just bother them. They are going to sit in the car. And then one day somebody said, we don't even know what they are talking about well. And I said, we are talking about you so that everything will be fine. So it's important for parents to have us time. If you let your children go to bed early, 9 o'clock, thereabouts, or even if it's 10, at least you have like 1 hour to be able to connect before you eventually sleep. Not that they are with you morning morning till night and there is no breathing space. It's important for us to connect so that our love can thrive. And then number 4.